Hello, dear English learners. Welcome back to another exciting and enriching episode of the Daily English Lab podcast. I'm your host, Victor, and I'm genuinely thrilled to have you with me today. We have a fascinating and transformative topic to explore, one that has the power to significantly enhance your life. Yes, today we're diving into the essential journey of achieving fluency in English. Many of you are learning English for various reasons. Whether it's to improve your communication skills, travel around the globe, pursue educational opportunities, or even secure a job in an English-speaking environment. However, the most common hurdle many learners encounter is achieving fluency, the ability to converse effortlessly and confidently without overthinking every word. This is precisely what we'll focus on today. If you've ever felt nervous while speaking English, struggled to find the right words, or wish to sound like a native speaker, then this episode is tailored specifically for you. I encourage you to stick with me until the end, as I will share some straightforward yet powerful tips that can elevate your English fluency to new heights that I want this podcast to feel like an engaging conversation between friends. So picture this. We're sitting together in a cozy cafe, savoring our favorite coffee or tea, and chatting about effective ways to enhance your English skills. There's no stress, no pressure, just enjoyable and friendly learning, where we can explore this journey together. Now, here's the good news. Fluency isn't about perfection. Many learners mistakenly believe they must master every grammar rule, complex word, or achieve flawless pronunciation to be considered fluent. But let me tell you, that's a myth. In truth, fluency is about having the confidence to express yourself and practicing regularly. It's about speaking freely, understanding others, and forging genuine connections through language.so. Let's take a moment to reflect on why fluency is so crucial. When you're fluent in English, countless doors open for you. You can forge new friendships, travel with ease, explore better job opportunities, and even enjoy films and literature in their original English form. Achieving English fluency grants you a sense of freedom, allowing you to express your thoughts and ideas without hesitation. In today's episode, I will guide you through a step-by-step journey, sharing 5 impactful strategies that will help you improve your fluency in a natural and effective manner. You don't need a formal teacher, you don't have to live in an English-speaking country, and you certainly don't need to study for hours on end. All you need is the right mindset and practical approaches, which I'll outline for you. Let's begin by understanding what fluency truly means. Many English learners mistakenly equate fluency with speaking quickly, using elaborate vocabulary, or having a perfect accent. However, fluency is not about speed or perfection. It's about being able to communicate comfortably and naturally, with minimal pauses to think about grammar or vocabulary. To illustrate this point, let me ask you a question. When you converse in your native language, do you always speak rapidly? Do you utilize complex terms every single time? Do you never make mistakes? Of course not. Even native speakers pause, correct themselves, and occasionally forget words. That's the essence of fluency, keeping the conversation flowing despite minor errors. Now, let's clarify some common misconceptions about fluency. Fluency versus accuracy. Many learners worry excessively about accuracy, using proper grammar, perfect pronunciation, and the right words every time. While accuracy is undeniably important, it's not the same as fluency. Consider 2 learners. Learner A speaks slowly but perfectly, constantly pausing to ensure grammatical correctness. Learner B, on the other hand, speaks naturally and confidently, making minor grammar mistakes, yet engaging in full conversations without hesitation. Who do you think is more fluent? It's learner B. Remember, you don't need to wait for your English to be perfect before starting to speak. Embrace the process now, practice speaking, and fluency will follow. Common myths about fluency. Myth 1. I need to memorize a vast vocabulary to be fluent. Truth. You don't need thousands of words. Instead, focus on learning practical phrases that native speakers use in everyday conversations. Myth 2. I must have a perfect accent to be fluent. Truth. Fluency is not about sounding like a native speaker. It's about being understood. Different accents are a natural part of language. Myth 3. I need to live in an English-speaking country to achieve fluency. Truth. You can become fluent from anywhere. thanks to online resources and communities that connect you with native speakers. Myth 4. Fluency means speaking fast. Truth. It's about speaking naturally and clearly, not necessarily quickly. Everyone has their own pace. Myth 5. I'm too old to become fluent. Truth. It's never too late to learn. Many individuals achieve fluency later in life through consistent practice and determination. Now, let's discuss what true fluency looks like. A fluent English speaker easily comprehends spoken English, responds naturally in conversations, and expresses their ideas clearly. They may make mistakes, but they don't allow those errors to inhibit their speech. They keep talking. This is a crucial mindset shift. Mistakes are not failures. They are stepping stones to improvement. To measure your fluency, ask yourself these reflective questions. Can I understand English conversations without translating them in my head? Can I respond naturally without excessive thought? Can I explain my opinions in English clearly and coherently? Can I sustain a conversation for 5 to 10 minutes without too much hesitation? Do I feel comfortable speaking English, even with mistakes? If you answered yes to some of these, congratulations. You're already on your way to fluency. If not yet, don't worry. Fluency is a journey that takes time, and I'm here to guide you every step of the way. Now that we've covered what fluency is and isn't, let's explore 5 key steps to help you attain English fluency effectively. Step 1. Listen, listen, listen. One of the most significant mistakes learners make is not listening enough. Think about how babies learn their first language. They listen for months before attempting to speak. The more you listen, the easier it becomes to speak. Tune into English podcasts, audiobooks, movies, and YouTube content. Try to expose yourself to a variety of accents and speaking styles. Aim to listen for at least 10 to 15 minutes daily, focusing on understanding the context rather than translating every word. To make your listening practice effective, try these tips. Active listening. Engage with the material by taking notes or summarizing what you've heard. Repeat listening. Go back to the same content multiple times to reinforce vocabulary and comprehension. Shadowing technique. Listen to a sentence and repeat it out loud immediately, mimicking the speaker's pronunciation and rhythm. Step 2. Speak every day. Make it a habit to speak English daily, even if you're alone. You can practice self-talk, describe your surroundings, or read aloud from books or articles. If possible, connect with speaking partners, join conversation groups, or engage with tutors online. The key is to speak without hesitation. The more you practice speaking, the more confident you will become. Here are some practical ways to practice speaking alone. Self-talk. Narrate your day-to-day activities in English. For example, as you cook, describe the ingredients and steps. Read aloud. Pick a passage or a book and read it out loud, focusing on pronunciation and intonation. Record yourself. Choose a topic, speak about it for a few minutes, and then listen to your recording. This will help you identify areas for improvement. Step 3. Learn useful phrases. Instead of memorizing isolated words, focus on phrases that native speakers commonly use. This will allow you to speak more naturally and fluently. Learning phrases in context helps you understand how to use them effectively in conversation. For instance, instead of just learning the word agree, learn the phrase, I completely agree with you. Where can you find useful phrases? Engage with native speakers. Pay attention to the expressions they use in conversations. Consume English media. Watch English TV shows or movies, and jot down interesting phrases. Use phrasebooks or language apps. Incorporate practical phrases into your daily practice. Step 4. Think in English. One of the most significant barriers to fluency is translating from your native language. To speak confidently, you need to train your brain to think in English. Start by using simple thoughts and descriptions. For example, if you see a tree, say tree in English instead of translating it from your native language. Here's how to practice thinking in English. Surround yourself with English. Change the language settings on your phone and social media accounts to English. Use English dictionaries. Opt for English to English dictionaries instead of translation dictionaries. Practice writing. Keep a daily journal in English where you describe your thoughts, experiences, or goals. Step 5. Be consistent and enjoy the process. Consistency is vital in your journey to fluency. Dedicate time daily, just 15 to 30 minutes, to practice your listening, speaking, and reading skills. Make English a part of your daily routine, and remember to celebrate small victories along the way. Here are some tips to maintain consistency. Set a routine. Incorporate English practice into your daily schedule, whether it's listening to a podcast every morning or practicing speaking before bed. Engage in real-life situations. Use English in your daily life. Order food, write emails, and talk to people online in English. Stay motivated. Set achievable goals, like having a 10-minute conversation in English this week, and reward yourself for reaching them. As we approach the end of this episode, let's take a moment to address some common mistakes that many English learners make and how to avoid them. Understanding these pitfalls can significantly accelerate your progress. Over-focusing on grammar. Many learners believe they must master grammar before speaking. This mindset can hinder your ability to communicate. Instead, focus on conveying your message. Remember, even native speakers make mistakes. Translating in your head. Thinking in your native language first can slow down your speech. Practice thinking directly in English to improve your fluency. Learning many words without usage. Memorizing long vocabulary lists can be ineffective. Focus on learning words in context and using them in conversations. Fear of making mistakes. Don't let the fear of making mistakes hold you back. Embrace errors as learning opportunities and keep speaking. Not practicing listening enough. Listening is crucial for comprehension and natural speech patterns. Make sure to incorporate listening practice into your routine, not speaking enough. Speaking is a skill that needs regular practice. Don't wait for your English to be perfect. Start speaking today. By addressing these common mistakes, you'll not only improve faster, but also feel more confident in your abilities. To conclude, I want to emphasize that fluency in English is achievable for everyone, including you. It requires taking action and embracing the journey. So start today by implementing these strategies. Keep practicing, stay confident, and remember that you are on the right path to fluency. Before we wrap up, here are a few final tips to keep you motivated on this journey. Be consistent. Practice every day, even if it's just for a short period. Small daily efforts add up over time, leading to significant progress. Surround yourself with English. Make English a part of your daily life. This immersion will help you learn naturally and intuitively. Find a speaking partner. Speaking is the most critical skill for fluency. If you don't have someone to practice with, consider joining online conversation groups or using language exchange apps. Don't fear mistakes. Accept that mistakes are a natural part of learning. Learn from them and keep moving forward. Enjoy the process. Make learning fun. Engage with content that interests you, whether it's watching movies, listening to podcasts, or reading books. Finally, I want to encourage you. You can do this. I know that learning English can sometimes feel challenging. You may experience moments of frustration or think that fluency is out of reach. However, remember this. Every fluent speaker was once a beginner. Think about a child learning their first language. They don't worry about mistakes. They simply listen, imitate, and speak. With time and practice, they become fluent. You can achieve the same with English. Believe in yourself, trust the process, and keep going, even when it feels slow. One day, you will look back and realize, I did it. Fluency is not just a dream. It is entirely possible, and you are already on the right path. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode of the Daily English Lab podcast. I hope you found these tips, strategies, and motivation helpful as you continue your English learning journey. Remember, fluency doesn't happen overnight, but with consistent practice, patience, and dedication, you will reach your goals. If you enjoyed this podcast, please take a moment to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any future episodes. I'd love to hear your thoughts, questions, or experiences, so feel free to leave a comment or share your stories. Keep practicing every day, believe in yourself, and remember that you are well on your way to fluency. Until next time, happy learning, and take care.